Hi, good morning, campers. Today, we're going to try some Willett. So, for you longtime followers of the channel, you'll know that I'm not a huge Willett fan. It's just not my bag most generally. There are some bottles that I would consider a decent pour. There are some mixers. There are some great pours. There are also some that are sink pours. I got a note on one of these that I call meth.
Do you have the same problem as me? Chocolate milk?
It's that fucking bad. But I've also had some pours out of some of these that were exquisite. You're going to get every mid, bad, real bad, fantastic. I mean, every spectrum when it comes to Willett. At least that's what I think. There are diehard Willett fans out there that will fall on that sword. And bleed to death, screaming Willett's the best the whole time. I'm not one of those people. But it's been over a year since I've done this run, and I've added a couple bottles to this because, well, that's what we do. Also hung some Christmas lights because it's festive.
It's a Festivus miracle.
Yeah, we like to go a little overboard around here because if you're gonna drink, you might as well get your fucking buzz on, right? Right. So let me introduce the lineup real quick. And we'll figure out what we're going to open our fucking palate with. Right now, first and foremost here. Oh, and this is going to be a blind, by the way. Spoiler alert. We're not playing by the rules here. We're not just tasting so I can have any, I don't have any idea what any of these are. And I'm not familiar enough with Willett to tell you which one's which. And to tell you the truth, come to find out, I really suck at blinds because my palate memory has fucking Louis bodies. This is 49%, which is 98 proof. This is the Speakeasy Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. As I recall, this was all right. This is the Johnny Drum. The Johnny Drum is 101 proof. The private stock Johnny Drum, not the square bottle. This was okay. I didn't mind the Johnny Drum. I really didn't. This is a 4-year rye. I wasn't crazy about it, as I recall, my first go around. This is the Old Bardstown estate bottled. This guy comes in at 101 proof. This is a sour mash, old time sour mash at that, whatever the hell that means. It tastes old. I didn't care for that bottle at all. This guy was okay for a mixer. It's their entry level 90 proofer. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was, I mean, if you were gonna pour something into some Coke, this would be the guy. Why not? The Kentucky vintage was actually pretty good. As I recall, this is a sour mash. It's only 90 proof though. If this had the proof of this guy or this guy, this might be one of my favorite bottles. It's got great flavor. You recall getting a little bit of a Teddy Graham cracker. I say Teddy Graham specific because it makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. No, it's a graham cracker note, tiny one. This guy, I don't know anybody that's too awful crazy about it except my buddy Kevin Zinn. Kevin Zinn likes this bottle. I like looking at this bottle, and I will tell you, once you get past the neck pour on this, if you can do it, and it gets a little age, you get this bottle opened up, it's not as bad as when you first crack it. That's what I've discovered through, well, not from this bottle. I just popped this one open. It's a new bottle. I had the big one. I had the 175. Gave it to my daughter. But I got did I get past the neck? Yeah, I think so. No, that was the smaller one. Oh, that's all right. It doesn't. Once you get past the neck, it's not that bad. It's not that great. It's not that bad. Rowan's Creek, 100.1 proof. This it's mid. This the Noah's Mill. Now this guy's 114.3. This is not bad. It's not something I go to very often because it's very distinct. As I recall, there was a lot of char on this and a pretty strong bitter note, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the end of the fucking world. This guy, this is a great bottle. The Pure Kentucky XO, 107 proof. I love this pour. I think it's delicious. I stand behind this, that I really like Pure Kentucky XO. And this, if for those of you that don't know, this is the Willett 8-year Purple Top Wheated. At least I think it's wheated. Yep, it's wheated. So I wouldn't call it cheating, but I may have had a little pre-pour of this because, god damn, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money. I mean, for me, I'm just a poor concrete guy. That's a chunk, but I wanted this bottle. I've passed on it several times. I've been passing on it for almost a year and a half. Longer. But Merry Christmas, Bourbon Neanderthal. Here you go, buddy. That's basically what I did there. I bought myself that bottle as a Christmas present to me, which I know isn't very Christian, but I wanted it. Very unique, very funky on the nose, but candy-like sweetness. I'm betting it's so different than anything else here that I'm going to bet I find it. And that's me with the palate memory of Glenn Campbell. I probably am going to fail. I always do because I'm terrible at blinds. But the thing about blinds are they keep you honest, man. They keep you honest. We got to find ourselves something to open our palate with. And you know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to go a little bit against the grain. I think we're going to use this Four Roses OESK. It's 100 proof. I like this bottle. Pretty good bang for your buck. $40-some. Single barrel. And I know it's not popular to be a Four Roses fan this day and age, and I'm not sure why. There's a lot of people shitting on Four Roses lately. I don't know why. I Like, who was I seeing the other day? Somebody was really taking a dump on their really high-end bottles, which is fine because fuck their $400 bottles. But their $100 bottles, yeah, they're fucking good. Their $50 bottles are fucking amazing. Hell, even their $30 bottles are pretty fucking tasty. You want to get right down to it, you can get a $20 bottle of 80 proof Four Roses and still have a really good time and a decent pour. Me, myself, I'm not crazy about dirtying my mouth with 80 proof anything, but if I have to, why not Four Roses? The OESK is probably my favorite mash bill of theirs. It's just nice. Got a bit of spice. Got a bit of sweet. There's a nice, I'm not going to call, it's almost a pumpkin. It's not a banana bread on this one. It's almost a pumpkin bread or a zucchini bread. There's not any banana in it, but there's definitely a sweet, bready note. That just makes my dick hard.
This is why we can't have nice things.
That's really good. It's probably a bad idea to pop out the OESK Four Roses before Willett. But here's the question. Will it be good or will it suck? I bet I'm not the first one to coin that one. And I'm quite certain I won't be the last. We are going to do this run. I'm not excited about this, but I am kind of, because it's something I've been wanting to redo for a while. I feel like some of my comments in my older video, which, I mean, nobody really watched, so be it, might have been a bit harsh, but they were from the most truest part of my heart, for real. So we're going to give it another shot here. And like I said, we've included a couple more bottles in this, the Speakeasy and the Willett Purple Top. So, and like I said, there's a couple bottles in here I really like, including that Purple Top. That's so interesting. Here we go, number one. Kind of an apple note, turns a little bitter, then turns a little fruity again. It's okay. It's all right. It's not awful.
Not bad whiskey. Just not real special either. So,
number two. Funky. Little sugar sweetness on the end. That's not bad. It's mid. I might put it just a hair above that one. Oh.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That tastes like fruit and plastic. Tastes like spoiled fruit and plastic. I don't like that at all. Ugh. I don't care for that. I want that out of my mouth. Ah, I was taking a bit for that to go away. God damn. I don't like that. Now this is nice. I'm getting a little pipe smoke and some cherry. This is nice. The cherry follows through, but it turns into like cherry candy. Little cinnamon. Nice oaky finish. So far, that's number one. I could sip on that a while. That's a good one. It may just be because that one was so fucking bad. I have a feeling that is either the rye or it's the old Bardstown Estate bottled, because it was bad. I didn't like that one bit. We're going to try this one. Not getting much on the nose except like feet.
It's like this is the least aromatic dead body I've ever smelled in my entire life.
And if you're into that, that's water. That's water, but it's better than this. So I'm going to say this is probably the 90 proofer. That's my guess. The old Bardstown square bottle. That's my guess. So we'll see. Got a long ways to go. But we got nothing better to do. That's the best part. Where were we? Right here. Little funk, little fruit. I got to tell you, I like this, but I don't like it as much as that one. That guy right there starts out really nice, sweet. Nice caramel. I mean, caramel. Then it turns a little bitter. Tiny bit of mint in there too. That is nice. I will say the more you sip on this, the more the bitterness goes away. This is tied for first. We're going to come back to those two. I feel it in my bones. Those two are neck and neck. Puppy breath. That's a nice pour. It's easy. I don't think there's a lot of proof on whatever this is. It's got good flavor, but it's not very rich. It's not very rich at all. The finish is almost non-existent. It comes and goes. I'm going to put it ahead of these two. Because I do... That's actually nice. That's growing on me. Those two are just so good. I might actually move that up a little bit. Up towards those two. Oh. You know, there's only been one that has really just turned me off. Maybe I'm growing. Maybe I'm a grower, not a shower. I don't know. I'm getting a little dirt note on that one. and overripe fruit, which is something I like. That's a note I really like. And it turns into something else. It turns into a little bit of a dry, leathery note. A little tobacco with that nice overripe fruit thing on the front. God damn, that's pretty good. That's definitely third place. Fuck. Maybe I'm a Willett fan. I didn't think so. I'm still not a believer. That was bad. I don't ever want to drink that again. There's parts of this that I'm okay with. There's parts of this that I'm not. That's a weird one. It tastes fairly proofy, maybe. I might have to put this guy back here. There's just something about it, and I can't put my finger on it. It goes a little bitter, and unfortunately, it has a really strong finish. And that finish is bites you bitter. Let's give it one more try before we settle for where it's at. Whew. Yeah. It's got a little caramel, but it just turns really bitter. Yeah, I'm not. That's one of those ones that. It's one of those ones Elijah Craig fans would probably really like. Let's see what that is. All right, we got 2 left here, and we haven't died yet. So, all of these just smell like funky puppy breath. I'm getting that off Willett hard tonight. Last place, motherfucker. I think I know what that is. That tasted like dirt and grass and candy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Some people call it note earthy. I call it shit. Just when I said we haven't died yet. Couldn't have timed that better. Get a little honey on this. Very safe pour. I don't think there's a lot of proof on that, but it's very sweet. Then turns a little dry towards the end, gets a little leathery. That's interesting. I don't think this is very high proof. This is one of those ones where I'm going to bruisel it and say, well, if this was a little higher proof, it might be pretty good.
It needs a higher proof point.
Man, I just remember not liking a lot of these, and there's just a handful of these I don't really care. You know, that's wrong. That's wrong. I was okay with them. They just weren't the bomb.com. But there were some that I was really not okay with. It was about 3. We're going to put this guy about here. Now, all right, I think I got this. In last place, we're going to go with this one. This is the Old Bardstown Estate bottle, which is the one I just can't fucking stand. It tastes like meth.
Indians.
We'll do another pour of it once this is over. This is the rye, which that tracks. Now, other than the pot still, everything else kind of tracks. I'm going to say that this one is the Old Bardstown Square bottle, just off of what I got for proof. And I was wrong. But same proof. So I said the Kentucky Vintage. And there wasn't anything wrong with this pour. It was just weak. Real weak. Fairly fucking weak. There it is. Okay, so this, I thought the Kentucky Vintage would do better, but it is only 90 proof. I can't remember what this is. I'm going to need my glasses. As I recall, this wasn't very high proof either.
It needs a higher proof point.
No, 94. It's fucking catfish piss. So, but hey, the old Bardstown 90 proof is hanging in there. God damn, look at that. Holy shit. So this time, didn't care for the Noah's Mill as much. Wow, because I recall liking the Noah's Mill more than the Rowan's Creek. The JD, which is the Johnny Drum. Okay. Fucking poor. Blinds of 11 is a lot, man. That's a lot.
Oh, where's my hat? Where's my hat? Oh, thank you, Judge. This is mine, the metal one. Oh.
Looks like this one's next. Looks like I'm going to make a fool of. No. That's the Speakeasy. Surprised that I called that over the Johnny Drum. That was close. I will say that. It's not like that wasn't neck and neck right there. That was kind of a toss-up. And when you get this many pours going, it's easy to kind of...
Not be done. The police, not be done. On the way.
Yeah, you know. What the fuck does that say? Oh. Oh! Wow, look at this! The 90 proof square bottle of Old Bardstown that I was saying was a fucking mixer is up there in the top 4 this time. Hey, for a 90 proof bottle, I guess that's a bargain. That was $19. The Speaky was easy, wasn't that much either. The Johnny Drum was $30. This guy was a little pricey. Just saying. Really surprised to see that Rowan's Creek up here in the top 3. And that makes sense. It's wow. I would have thought that the Noah's Mill would have been over the Rowan's Creek. On proof alone. On proof alone. I want to revisit that. Because as I recall, I didn't really care for that. I thought it was okay. Oh boy. All right. We know what 2 are left. Oh, look at that. Pure Kentucky, second place. That's admirable. And that tracks, though. The rest of this, except for that disgusting motherfucker, is sort of what I envisioned. It's sort of. Those would be swamped. Thought this would be up here. That puts this guy, no surprise, in first place. There's so much going on with that. Just a rich caramel note. There is a funky weeder nose, but God damn, that's good. Almost a little red hot candy on the finish. Look, I'm not saying go out and spend over $200 on that bottle. Okay, I can't in good conscience say that. But if you're gonna, that's a pretty good fucking pour, man. That's a really nice pour. That just smells good. Oh, fuck. You know, my grandpa Ralph was a big believer in you get what you pay for. He wasn't a big drinker, even though he was a Marine. I think he was a big drinker in the Marines, but not so much out. I digress. This is one of those times that he would have said, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. Okay. I've been passing on that bottle for 1.5 years or more. I'm kind of glad I did because I probably would have already gone through 3 bottles. That's pretty fucking good. But if you want to try something good that's Willett and, you know, $40-ish range, Pure Kentucky XO is a goddamn fine pour. It's one of my favorites. It's 107 proof. In a blind, it actually, for me, beat out this bottle that everybody's got a fucking hard on for.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Including myself for a while. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I chased the rainbow. I chased the rainbow. I'm not a third grade teacher hanging the rainbow in my fucking classroom, but I'm chasing it. I think we're on to a different subject, but that's okay. This is good. I'm going to pour myself a little bit more of this because I fucking deserve it. Nice hug, too. God damn. Man, I am developing rather expensive taste. I blame Bruzel. Well, should I blame him or should I fucking thank him? It's a fine line.
But this is how I'm consuming my whiskey.
But I'm going to pour myself, I have already poured myself. Ooh, 11 samples. I have already poured myself another sampling of the Willett Purple Top 8-year wheated because it's so fine. It is. Ooh. I mean, can we list 5 things that are as fine as this bottle? Go. But I've done that because I'm also going to pour myself another sampling of this nasty motherfucker that I was willing to give the benefit of the doubt. I thought maybe my palate had grown up and I just wasn't getting the same fucking yuck on it that I was. And it was actually this guy that everybody bitches about. But no, hey, this motherfucker wasn't that bad. It actually did better than a bottle that I brag to people about and say you should give this one a try. I find it hard to believe, but yet here we are and blinds don't lie. Today, this bottle beat this bottle. Would I tell you go out and get this before this? No. No, even with this evidence, I would still not say that. Would I still tell you to go out and get this motherfucker before this guy? No, because they're very similar in price. They're within $10. This is higher in proof. And I just feel that I might have fucked up. Now, on to what you really want to see is me torturing myself with a fucking pour of that nasty motherfucker. I don't know how they sell this shit. What hobo living under a fucking bridge can afford this, number one? And what, I mean, did we drink this when we had COVID? Which wasn't real? What? What'd you say?
What was that?
I don't know how they're selling this shit. And I got excited when I bought this bottle too, because I had recently watched a Bruzel video about Willett. He was at the distillery and he was saying how he didn't have enough clout at the time to get a barrel pick of Willett. Well, times have changed. He's got over 800,000 fucking subs and Willett calls him now. Bless his heart. We're never going to get that big, folks, okay? I love my subs. Big Randy, Big Rich, Dirty Don. I love your support and your belief in me. I don't want to be that big. But we are going to do a barrel pick. And you guys are invited, as well as Mr. Johnson from Oak and Cedar, our buddy Steve down at Nashville Barrel. We're going to do a barrel pick. I'm not going to say who it's with yet, but we are going to do one this spring. And it's going to have a caveman sticker, tater sticker on it. Stay tuned. It's coming. For those of you that know me, it's not going to come as a big surprise. Reed, get ready to cash in your miles with your credit card so you can get you a fucking plane ride, because we're doing this, baby. We're doing this. This doesn't smell bad. I mean, it smells ethanol-y and a little grassy, but it doesn't smell like it's gonna hate me. Oh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That tastes like a grave. That tastes like a fucking grave. I don't want this. I don't want this. Ooh. Oh. There's so much grass and so much earth on that pour. It's so herbaceous. I just learned that word and I love it. Herbaceous. Makes me sound like a stoner. Which I don't know why that's cool. But ew. No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I will say that at least I'm not picking up the tasting note that I called crystal meth. But it's still bad. It tastes... There is a little... Oof. On that rye, there is that plastic note is followed by a bit of a char that kind of gives it that. I mean, I may have said too much. I don't know how many of you have. I've never. No. No.
But nay.
I'm just saying what I've been told. This is delicious, though. Fucking 8-year purple top, baby. You know what's scary about this? I've been spending so much time not buying this weeded 8-year purple top. Now I'm wondering about those other purple tops that are going for $400 or $500. Now I'm wondering what they taste like because this one's so good. This is a rabbit hole we probably don't want to go down. Fruity, caramel, spice. God, it's got everything. I'm going to go ahead and say it. If this bottle was a woman, I'd buy her a fucking house. You love her. So anyway, folks, this has been fun. I hope you remember to drink some water, have a poop, and have a great fucking day. Thanks for playing.